The game you love above them all. Football news, predictions, we have it all. You can watch or listen, that's your call. Just join us on Beyond the Ball.
Hello and welcome to Beyond the Ball. You're looking at two very happy individuals. I am Colly and I'm joined by Big Paddy. Paddy, what's going on?
Oh, it's all good, man. It's what a weekend of football. Oh my God, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Arsenal draw, Liverpool draw. And, well, yeah, I won't mention the elephant in the room, but United smashed City, smashed them. Pep is Amram's bitch.
Jesus, Pep is in well, he's not in serious trouble, but like he's struggling to get that fucking team right. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Man City. It's fucking weird, isn't it?
This is the first time he's ever experienced something like this. And this here will be the biggest test you'll ever see. Like, this will prove whether Pep is one of the greatest manager of all time. Because if he just folds now and just disappears, because he's already said now he won't manage like in a club football for another long time, might be international and all. And then Klopp, I'm so tired and all. Like, oh, look, I know Ferguson or whatever, but it just shows how mentally strong he was to do it for so long.
Yeah, no, it's mad, and I just think I actually think, you know, everybody's not really mentioning, and the fact that you're doing this all when Rodri is injured, it goes to show how important he was, and like fucking talk about justifying a fucking Ballon d'Or, like single-handedly fucking changed the results of the whole fucking team. So, Paddy, we're going to be looking at the United and City game, and we're going to be looking at Chelsea and Brentford's game. We're going to give score predictions, and we're going to give the fantasy football updates as well. So, Paddy, we're going to jump straight in first off to the football review. Right, Paddy, first game. Chelsea 2, Brentford 1. Paddy, can I just say, Chelsea are in second position, 2 points behind Liverpool. Ignore the game in hand. And if we win, we play before Liverpool. If we win our game, we go top of the league. Now, it might only be for 2 or 3 hours, but we still go top of the league.
Puts the pressure on Liverpool that wasn't there before.
Exactly. And points on the board are the most important thing. Forget about your games in hand. Mean nothing unless you get the points out of them. So,
because look at their game in hand it's the last time Everton ever play in their home stadium as of now, before the new stadium move. They will not want to lose that, you know.
Yeah, so
Chelsea about this Chelsea win as well. In a weekend where Arsenal draw, Liverpool draw.
Yeah.
Pressure was on Chelsea to really win. If they really wanted to be counted as title contenders, they had to get a result here. It shows massive mental strength for them to win. And I'll be honest with you, as a United supporter, if I was to choose between City, Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea to win the league, I would say Chelsea all day long.
Oh, you heard it here first. Paddy wants Chelsea to win the league. You've heard it here first. That's going everywhere. No, but Paddy, you are right, because like all them results came in before the Chelsea game, so it wasn't like Chelsea were in the middle of all that. It was kind of they were the last team to play of that like important run of results for them. So you're right, mentality seems strong. Sanchez and goal doesn't, but whatever, we'll allow that. I don't know whether I'm not going to hold it to the fantasy football, because I don't feel like I can hold this to the fantasy football. All right, Paddy, I have Nicholas Jackson in my team. And I've got Cole Palmer in my team, which I think most people have, right? Everyone has Cole Palmer. Nicholas Jackson, not so much. Cucurella, I've been singing his praises for the last couple of weeks, and I've been saying I always said he was better than Chilwell, and I always rate him higher. What did I do? 5 minutes before the end of the fucking game, after he scores the goal and he's having a great performance, I say to myself, do you know what? His price is going to go up on fantasy football. I'm getting him into my team before that changes. What does he go and do? Gets a fucking second yellow card after the final whistle and gets sent off. And now he's fucking suspended for the next game after me spending 4 points and bringing him into the fucking team. He's a fucking gobshite. Absolute gobshite. But he scored a goal, so I don't mind it. all I know. But yeah, very, very, very disappointed. Paddy, your connection is terrible there, to be honest. But anyway, look, I'm gonna ramble through. I'm gonna ramble through Chelsea because Cucurella, I did say it, and he has been phenomenal. And to be honest with you, Caicedo got man of the match against Brentford. It was also phenomenal, but there's a massive, massive thing with Cucurella there. I reckon if he doesn't get sent off towards the end of the game, he's in contention for that man of the match award. One thing, and another thing that's I'm really impressed with, and I have been his biggest critic probably, Enzo Fernandez is finally starting to play some football, and he's actually making differences. He got another assist on the weekend, which was great to see. Nicholas Jackson is becoming the striker that everybody's claimed he wasn't going to be, and it's beautiful to see he's getting goals returned. And then we're looking at our wingers. Massive issues now because Mikhailo Mudryk has been found guilty of doping. I did say that on Instagram. I put up a post. I did say everybody's claiming that it's performance-enhancing drugs. I can confirm that it's not. It's either the opposite of that or else it's heroin, because nothing that he's taken is helping him whatsoever. Or else whatever he's taking is fucking completely distracting him. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. But he's not a massive loss, I don't think. I don't think he's a massive loss. I think he's a good squad rotation player. I don't think he's going to be fucking a starter for us anytime soon. But yeah, I don't mind that because we have good wingers to back him up. Cole Palmer again. People just keep doubting this man. This man is he's a machine. He is one of our best signings for a long, long time. Since Eden Hazard, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just throw it out there. Our best signing since Eden Hazard. Which is a big fucking statement to make, but I'm happy to make it. Defensive wise, I think we've actually been okay. We saw Tossin coming in, who I thought had, or Tosin, as some people call him. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how to. I like Tossin. Jesus Christ, that's not great, is it? I like Tossin. I like Tosin. Great defender.
No, sorry, I'm trying to fix my internet connection here. That was extremely funny. That was very funny.
Thank you. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tosin there coming in. I don't like Caldwell still. I still think he's a little bit hit and miss. Very slow on the ball, which annoys the shit out of me. Like, he's very slow coming out from the back when he's trying to just get rid of a ball or play off a pass. He's just so fucking slow doing it. Sanchez gives me fucking aneurysms because every time he touches the ball with his feet, I fucking shit the bed. So I'm so afraid when he gets the ball. Other than that, though, very happy with Chelsea. Very happy with results as they are. Very happy with the fans because the fans have been nice, loud, and proud. It's like we've got our own little parade or something like that. So I'm a big fan of Chelsea going forward now. Looking at all these people giving us shit about the contract lengths. I think it's fucking working in our favor now. If I'm going to be honest. A steal for a lot of our players, the likes of Jadon Sancho has been phenomenal for us, and his clause is that like we have an obligation to buy him at the end of the season, which is like 20 million or 20 or 30 million. Bargain for someone like him now at this stage.
We'll see.
No, I think he will. I think he will continue on the way he's going. He seems to be really happy in the Chelsea shirt, and that's one thing that I know. Something he's scoring, he's kind of doing this with the fucking badge and all this shit. He was a boyhood Chelsea fan, which makes me horny. I mean, happy. But yeah, no, I'm happy with everything that's going on. Paddy, have you noticed that you've been extremely impressed with? Because I know you haven't been unimpressed by Chelsea.
Cole Palmer is just. I think any player, any team in the league would kill for Cole Palmer. What age is he?
He's 23, I think.
Oh my god! Imagine how good he can get if he keeps saying
he is a joke. Let me just double check that.
Then you've got
22. He's 22.
I like Maresca. We didn't know what to make of him before he came into the club at the start of the season, but the mess that Chelsea was when he came in terms of the squad size, the owners, after 5 to 10 games, everything just quieting down. And I think that's a massive reflection on the manager in terms of him being able to fend off the So when he was asked about, I remember the squad at the start of the season, he said, "Okay, I've only got I know it looks crazy, but I've only got 24 players in my squad that we train with, and I don't look at that noise or that mess that's on the outside. That's nothing to do with me." And at the end of the day, as you can see right now, that when the results are there and you're up and around the top spaces, everything else just goes away. All the other noise just
and what I will say is that you kind of hit the nail on the head there, where he said that everything looked a mess from the outside. It was a little bit of a mess, but Poch kind of shored it up a little bit towards the end of the season, but it showed that it still was a bit of a mess because Poch went in, had that meeting with Bowley, and Bowley just fucking whatever way they fucking just parted ways. He left anyway. So that did show that Bowley was still trying to take control or whatever happened there. So I'm pretty sure that Poch said, "I want control of the transfers coming in." And Bowley just said, "No, I'm not giving over control to it." I don't know. So, but then I'm kind of like, Paddy, do we have to give Bowley credit now? Because all these signings, if everybody's saying these are all Todd Bowley signings, and this is how it's working out, does he deserve credit? I don't think anybody has given him credit yet. So maybe it's time we start saying thank you for investing in the team, investing in the squad, investing in the future of the squad. And maybe in your mind or your opinion, doing what you think is the best for the team.
Well, look, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had done well for United for a season and a half, and then all the wheels fell off and everything went to shit. Yeah. So if this season, next season, if you finish anywhere around the top 4 this season, it's a good season. Next season, then, if you're battling for the top spot, and it's consistent, well, then Bowley has pulled the masterstroke in, I suppose, running a football club the way no other English football club has been run before, probably more like an American football team in terms of drafting in loads and loads of players to get the best ones, building your squad around that, and getting rid of Poch when he did and getting Maresca in. Was that a masterstroke?
I mean, you can only really say yes now, can't you?
Well, no, it's too early to say yes.
At this stage, I suppose.
But it looks good.
Yeah. Nothing else really to add to this game. Again, I was happy Chelsea conceded because I'm in the league, the Beyond the Ball one. I'm second in it. Spoiler alert, sorry. But the person that I think is top has Sanchez in goal and Colwill as well. So when we conceded, I was kind of like, yes. And Abuemo scored it as well, who I have in my team. So I was like, oh, this is a beautiful goal. I was really celebrating the goal because I was like, there's so little time left. I'm like, surely we can't fuck it up now. But Abuemo scored. So I got fucking 5 points for that. And then Colwill lost his clean sheet, and so did Sanchez. I was a happy man. But very happy with what's going on here. Paddy, we'll move on. And we'll move on to Manchester City 1, Manchester United 2. Talk to me about this one, Paddy.
For the first 70 minutes, I thought United played well, but again, it's not against a full strength City squad. But I thought we controlled things well. We conceded the goal again through another corner, so it's definitely a weakness that teams will exploit in the coming months, unless we can fix it up really quick. But in open play, our defensive shape is really, really good under Amarim so far, and it looks like the players are starting to figure it out and buy in. What he done with Garnacho and Rashford, I'll talk about that after I talk about the performance of the match. But other than the crossed in goal, I would have been happy with a draw. After 70 minutes, I'd never seen us getting the win, never in a million years. A ridiculous penalty to give away for Man City, but by Ahmed, he won that penalty for us, and then he got us the second goal. United's player of the season so far, hands down, without a shadow of a doubt. For that touch for that second goal.
You've just frozen on me, Paddy.
Am I still there?
Yeah, now you are. There we go.
Yeah, I'm back. That was a Man City supporter cut me internet cable there.
Yeah.
But look, really, 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 really happy with Ruben Amorim so far. Just the way he carries himself, the way he speaks, and the way he handled the whole Rashford Garnacho situation the weekend, the way you can see a clear identity in how we're playing football. There's no player now that thinks they're bigger than the club or the team. To drop those two players and still get a result in the Etihad was a gamble from him, absolutely, but it seems to have paid off. And I'm a very, very happy man. Like I would say every other Manchester United supporter around.
I have to admit, Paddy, it was a great result for you to move up to 12th position. You didn't think you were going to get through that without me saying that, did you?
Nah, it was 12th. It's better than towards the end.
Yeah, you're dead right. It is, yeah. So now, Paddy, very, very good result. Again, City just sitting in the bed. We've said it already. Serious fucking issues there. 1 win in 12 or something like that at this stage, which is fucking unheard of for Manchester City, considering they've won the league the last 4 years in a row. Gonna be a new league winner surely this year, isn't there? Like, there's no way. I don't think.
There's no way City are winning it. No way.
Yeah,
no way.
I think they've done too much damage.
No, because they probably will get another. They'll probably get someone in January and stabilize a little bit, but they're going to drop more points before that stage over the Christmas period.
Yeah, you'd like to think it. Yeah. All right. Well, have you anything else that you want to add on?
Would I stick a score on them to win the league now? What odds would you get on that?
Probably fucking. Oh, how many points? Probably about fucking 15 or 20 to 1, I'd say. You'd want that. Great. No, you'd want that though. You'd want about 15, 20 to 1. Like for Man City, I don't know what the odds are. If someone can fucking check that and let us know, it'd be great.
What do you think of Amorim?
I like what I'm seeing from him so far. Again, this new system and this new style of football that Manchester United are playing, it's something different that United needed, I think, to really change their identity and really push forward, I think, as a club. I think he's good the way he's come in, and he's said, no, I'm playing it this way. The players will have to adapt to it. And it's good. It's refreshing to see it for Manchester United. And look, listen, we're talking about Manchester United here as if fucking everything's rosy in the garden, you know. Yous are still 12th. There is still some kinks that need to be ironed out. But like going off that result, that just shows that you can beat anybody on the day. So
that was our first away win against one of the big six in 3 years. Jesus,
that's some record. Like for Manchester United, it's crazy that that's even got to that stage. But like I said, it's good for Manchester United. Like Amorim is possibly the next guy that can. And look, I know, and I say it before and I say it again. Everybody wants this long-term manager. Like, let's be honest, right? If you get 4 or 5 years out of this guy, you'd be fucking laughing. And then you just move on to the next one. And look, it's terrible and it's fucking nobody wants to do that. But that's just the way modern football is. Like, keeping a long-term manager is very, very difficult. Like, so unless you're extremely successful like Pep and Klopp, I think that's the only way you do it. Or if you're a lower team tier and you're overachieving.
Yeah. You need Amorim to get us to a stage where we're competing for the league. And then if he's competing for 2, 3, 4 years and then he leaves and it's being run like a proper football club as opposed to like when Ferguson left, everything just fell apart. But if Amorim leaves, then they'll have it set up that everything won't fall apart. It'll just be coaching.
If you get a team, exactly. Little tweaks.
Munich.
Yeah, little tweaks with new managers coming in is all you want, because that's always kind of been what Chelsea was. Like, Chelsea always had great squads. And then when a manager would leave, a new squad would come in and just change something slightly. Like, there was never like massive like. Do you remember when Chelsea would like sack a manager? No one ever said like, "Oh, Chelsea need to rebuild." Like, no one ever said that. Like, because everybody knew the players were there, they just weren't playing for the manager. And no one ever came in and like, no one ever like said, "Oh, fucking in comes Carlo Ancelotti. He's gonna have to buy fucking 7 or 8 players to change his whole squad." Yeah. Everybody knew they didn't because they had the players there. So once you get a good core of a squad, and you know they've got the ability, then it's a matter of time or it's just a matter that the manager can work a tactic into that team that works for that club, and that's the way it is. Because you get a manager and you get a fucking new manager every 2 or 3 years, you can't just keep going, "Oh, he's going to need to buy 7 or 8 players to change this fucking team around." Eventually, you will get to that stage where you do need, like, you're like when prime Chelsea, when John Terry was aging, Ashley Cole was aging, Lampard, they were all coming towards the end. Then you kind of start saying, right, we need to start actually slowly replacing these. Like, AVB came in and started trying to drop them all. Didn't work out for him, got sacked. But that's what you want. You want little small baby steps all the way, rather than having this big massive jump, which United I think did have. They needed a massive work done to actually get them to where they want to be. Now, if you can just start taking baby steps, like we're saying now, like United challenging for the league, let's start trying to fucking challenge for top 4. That's the most important thing I think now. Get back into the Champions League.
I love the way Amram, when he's asked about the Europa League, will that be our best way into the Champions League, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, it's really important for a club like Manchester United to be in the Champions League, but my goal is to win the league. It's not.
Yeah. It's good. It is good. Yeah.
And just that vision, there's just the way, like, that's the first time I've heard a manager talk like that since Ferguson. Like, we have to get to top 4. Top 4 is our goal. No, the league is our goal. Yeah, and then, I know it's not realistic this season, but I mean, just to have that mindset, because that mindset then goes into the players that we're playing for the championship here. We're not playing for top 4. So losing a game is not acceptable. Whereas before it was, because we can still make top 4 if we lose a game. It's not acceptable. And I think the likes of Rashford and Garnacho now were dropped for that. So Rashford, his attitude stinks, and it has done for a long time. I think that's why he has been dropped the weekend. Garnacho, I think it's a little bit more serious in terms of, but you won't get as much headlines. There's talk of his brother or him leaking team news. And then you're also seeing the likes of Garnacho liking tweets. So even when he was doing it about Ten Hag, when people were criticizing him on Twitter, he'd like their tweets and stuff, and there was a bit of a hassle about that. But then after that, and Amram came in, there was a tweet given out about Martinez, and Garnacho liked that as well. And you just can't have that in a squad, it's just ridiculous. So I think it's something to do with that why he got dropped.
Interesting. I would have said that I thought it might have been performance based, because I feel like we're just not getting enough out of Garnacho in terms of what we think we know he can do. But that's I didn't actually know about any of that forward
stuff. It's chasing back. He won't do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, and again, that system that that Amran's playing, them lazy bastards get found out. And what did I say?
Really quick,
really quickly. Them tactics, like them players will get found out so quickly. And look at the two players, Rashford and Garnacho. Two players that you would know. Rashford, you would have put off the bat. Yeah, lazy cunt wouldn't do it. Garnacho's now being found out to be a bit of a lazy bastard, and Amram's calling him out, and it's good to see. It'll benefit the club. It'll either benefit him, because if he learns from it, he works harder. If he doesn't learn from it, he gets sold, and it benefits the club because that's the way the club want to go. So either way, it works out.
I don't think it's too late for Garnacho, because he's young enough still to mold into the right mindset with Amram. Rashford probably is his time to go, because I think he's grown up in a really, really poor culture in Manchester United in terms of he came in under Louis van Gaal, then obviously the Mourinho, Ralph Ragnick, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and then you had the Pogbas, Lingard sitting around them as well. Just, it was all just mediocre. There was nobody there to say, okay, this is elite level football. This is how you should behave as an elite athlete. Yeah. And unfortunately now, because when he came in, he was so, fresh. And if he had had the right people around him, I think he could have been one of the best players in the league. But unfortunately, what you're saying is you can have all the talent in the world, but without the right mindset and commitment, it means nothing.
Yeah.
Well, what's the saying? Hard work beats talent every day of the week.
Yeah, it is true though. It is, and I say it like 100% of the time. Attitude is probably the most important thing, because if you don't have a good attitude, your mind switches off. You give up. You're quick to give up. The first thing that goes right or the first thing that goes wrong, it's catastrophic. It's not just we can get through this. It becomes a catastrophic thing in your own mind, and that just becomes a barrier. And you've tried to fight against your own fucking demons. You're never gonna win. So having a bad attitude for me as a footballer is one of the worst traits you could possibly have. Never mind, you can't fucking kick snow off a rope with your left foot. Who gives a fuck? Because if you can work your bollocks off, it doesn't matter, because you'll make it up, and you know what I mean. You'll make it up. You make the extra yard up. You might not need your left foot. You know what I mean? Like, whereas if you have a bad attitude, you can't make that up anywhere else. If you have a bad attitude, that's it. You're done. Like, so, I don't know. It's a strange one to be, an interesting one to watch though. Anything else you want to cover on that one, Paddy, before we move on to the fantasy football? Okay, cool. Right, right, Paddy. We're gonna go on to the fantasy football. Okay, gonna pull up the fantasy football on the screen. If anybody is watching on YouTube or Facebook or any of them places, make sure you hit subscribe, follow, like it, do everything you can to help us grow. Paddy, I had 54 points this week, so again, just above average. 47 was the average. I'd Flecken and goal, got me 3 points. I this fucking gobshite for Wolves, 8 Newry, who got himself sent off, got me -2. I've brought him in, and I brought him in 3 weeks ago. And I think he's got 2 points, 2 points, and -2 points. So,
oh no,
disaster class. Saliba got me 6 points. Digne got me 2. And Buemo again scored against Chelsea. Like I said, I had him in it, so I wasn't too displeased when he scored against Chelsea. 9 points for him. Saka with 3 points. Salah as captain with 10 points. Parma with 3. Joe Pedro has been dog shit since he's come back. 2 points. Nicholas Jackson with 9, and Cunha with 9. I have a weird feeling that Cunha is going to be getting a suspension. Did you see what he done to one of the Ipswich coaches, maybe?
there was a bit of a brawl afterwards. Yeah.
He grabs him or something and fucking reefs glasses off his face and all. So I can see the FA maybe doing something about that. Hopefully not, though, because it's going to affect my team. So I will be on the bench, and Burgess with 2 and 2. So fuck all happening on the bench there. We'll go on to your own team, Paddy. See what you got. Talk us through it.
Yes, so this week I had Pope in goal, but he was injured. 44 points, just below average. But that's pretty much like my season, really. But not the worst. But Kelleher in goal, I had to change Pope, and I didn't realise Alisson was back, so I brought in Kelleher, and obviously he didn't play, which was a pain. Kilman and Konza, and Anya, is it Anna? How do you pronounce that? Aina. Didn't do much for me. Saka 3. Arsenal they need a striker so bad. What are they doing? Like Ahmad, the little magician, 22 years of age. What a player he's going to be. Salah, not bad, 5 points. Palmer 6 points for me. That's not the worst. He was my captain. Highland 1, Wood 1, and Nicholas Jackson 9. So,
now Wood got 2. So why did you say Wood got 1 there?
Oh, so got 2. Sorry, yeah. Okay.
Paddy forgot his numbers there, ladies and gentlemen.
And actually, I had Ahmad on the bench, but Garnacho
only came in for Garnacho.
Thank God, so he came on. But Young, unfortunately,
you're a terrible coach, Paddy.
Yeah. If Young had been on, I would have been up above average. But sure, the Biffs were both.
Right, so
in the league.
37 in the league out of many 43. Again, not a great representation for the podcast, but
I'm mirroring United in the league.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm actually mirroring Chelsea because I'm second. So I am second with 989 points. Bowley's little boys, that's who we have. And up top of the league, still clinging on to that top spot. Again, 3 points on this week is Adam McDonald. With 1,026, so he's after breaking that 1,000 mark. I'm hoping to do that next week. So a good 30 points or so ahead of me. Harry O'Sullivan is up to third with 982. Aaron Gray drops down to fourth with 981. Liam McDonald's in fifth. Then we have Luke Walsh. Chris Gernon's gone up to seventh. King Costello's at eighth. Colly Lamb drops to ninth, and then Noel Kane is gone back up to 10th. So, Paddy, that is the fantasy football.
And who won November?
November was Water, I believe.
Couldn't make it. My computer was.
Kieran Connolly. So that was Water, who used to be on the podcast. So his money has been signed, sealed, and delivered on via Revolut. So will we check and see who's top of the December one?
Oh, please do.
Michelle Farrell. And Michelle Farrell is one of the ones that are always sitting at the bottom of the table. So Michelle is currently top of the December league with 205 points. Very catchable. How many? So, sorry, I'll run through a couple of people out there. Michelle Farrell, Robert Lane, Ray Perry, Anna McDonald, Aaron Gray, Chris Gernon, Colly Lamb, Connor Little, Stephen Kerr, and myself is in 10th. How many games do we have? We've got loads, don't we? 3 more game weeks. So plenty to play for. Plenty to play for. Sorry. Right, Paddy, we'll end that. Fancy football is Dunsky, and we're going to move on to the football predictions. Right, Paddy, couple of good games coming up here. So first one up, Manchester City versus Aston Villa. Man City away, coming off, like I said, terrible form. Paddy, how do you see this one going?
I see Villa getting a result here. I really
Yeah.
do. Oh yeah, I just see Chelsea. Well, maybe not the win, but a draw. I'm gonna say 1-1, and Ollie Watkins to score for us.
Yeah, my brain is saying Man City win this, but it's kind of not actually. It's kind of telling me that fucking Man City aren't going to win it. I think you're probably right though with a draw. Like I don't see Villa bashing them, and I don't see City bashing them. I see City probably struggling to break them down at times. I don't think you're far off with a 1-1 draw. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw as well, Paddy, and I'm going to say I'm going to go with Doku to score for Man City. Next one up is Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. How do you see this one going?
Another draw, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
And with this one here, Crystal Palace can be quite strong at home. So I think they might nullify each other. Because Arsenal are good defensively, but they're not good going forward. So I'm going to say a 0-0 draw here.
Yeah, like the last game Palace had at home was against Manchester City, and they drew 2-2 with them. So strong at home against big teams. But I don't see Arsenal being in the same situation that Manchester City are currently in form-wise. So I'm going to say Arsenal nick a result. I'm going to say 2-1. And I'm going to go with Kai Havertz to score. Next one up, Everton versus Chelsea. I have been so confident that Chelsea are going to win all these games. And you know what? I'm just as confident that we're going to win this one again. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for Chelsea here. And I'm going to go with a... Oh, who do I go with? I'm going to say Jadon Sancho to score. I'm going to go with Jadon Sancho. What do you think?
Everton's it's been a bit of an upturn. They had a couple of good results over the last few weeks. I think Everton might actually nick this 1-0.
Oh,
Calvert-Lewin.
Controversial, but okay, I'll allow it. Next one is Manchester United versus Bournemouth. Paddy, how do you see this one going?
I can't see any reason why United won't win this game. But look, I suppose if you look at the Everton game, we smashed them, but then you could see weaknesses in our side in the Notts Forest game after that. Look, I'm going to say 2-0. I'm hoping we're defending better on our corners and crosses, and to score would be Highland. Okay,
Paddy, I see this being a 1-1 draw. And I see
United. You're so petty. Just because I fucking said Chelsea are going to lose. Oh my God, you're so petty.
I see it being a 1-1 draw, okay? I think you've blown your load against Manchester City. You've done all you can. You've given the performance of your lifetime, and you're going to be complacent coming out in this game, all right? You're going to struggle to break Bournemouth down.
Professional production.
You're going to struggle to break them down. You're going to go 1-0 down, and Semenyo is going to score, and then you're going to get a late equalizer, and that's the way it's going to go, 1-0. Paddy, last game we have is Spurs versus Liverpool. This will be a big test, I think, for Liverpool. Or we could get the usual Spurs and Spurs doing Spursy things and get fucking hammered 5-0. What do you think? What type of Spurs?
You can only go by their last game, and the last game they played very well. They got a manager to bully. And I think Liverpool, they drew against Fulham. And I think Spurs could get a result here. To be honest, I think 1 or 2 injuries to key players in Liverpool, and it all falls apart for them. So I'm going to say, I think it's going to be a beast of a game. I think it's going to be 3-3, and I'm going to say Son to score first.
Okay. Do you know what, Paddy? Handy one for Liverpool here. Handy one. Handy 2-0 win for Liverpool.
Oh, you're doing your voodoo shit.
Maybe. 2-0 to Liverpool, and I think Jota is coming back. As far as I know, Jota's back. If Jota is back, he's going to score, and he's going to score a cracker, and it's going to be an easy game for Liverpool. You know, it's they won't break a sweat. You know, there'll be no pressure. Spurs are going to go down to 10 men as well. Going to get a player sent off early.
Barbecue out on the sidelines.
Yeah, man, put another shrimp on the barbie, and that's with Spurs, mate. That's who we are. So I think easy one for Liverpool, and there'll be no questions asked. Right, Paddy, that is it. We are Dunsky. It's been a pleasure talking to you this week. It's been nice and cheerful because we're both happy men. We'll see how that goes.
We didn't do it last week either. Well, you've done it, but you're on your own. And it's only like 20% of the show when I'm not there, so it's good.
There's only so much I can grow to nobody. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's me just rambling to myself. Like, there's only so much I can.
People love when I roll my eyes and all when you're talking shit, and I'm like, oh, fucking hell. It's like I'm rolling my eyes for everybody that's listening to the podcast.
Mate, it hurts my feelings, that does, you know? It really does hurt my feelings. Paddy, that is it. We are done for the year.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think.
If I had known that, I would have fucking wanted me to
look at that now. Merry Christmas, right? We are done for the year. We want to thank everybody for a big year that we've had. We want to say thank you for watching, listening, liking, following, fucking talking about us. If you are commenting on Instagram, commenting on TikTok, wherever you might have done, we appreciate it. We did see fucking that there was a couple of people that had us in their top listening to podcasts. We are very grateful for that. So we want to say thank you.
It was like
and
a
we want to
Christmas
say
gift for us. Thank you.
It is, and all I want to do is I want to show you my sack and I want to empty it for you. So that's what I will do. I'm talking about my Santa sack, by the way, with all the presents in it.
Hold on a minute there now.
So that's it, Paddy. We're going to end it there. We're going to say a Merry Christmas to everyone. We're going to say a Happy New Year. We'll see everybody in the new year, and Chelsea are going to win the league. So thanks. See you, everyone. Paddy, say goodbye quick.
Bye quick.
Bye quick. See you next year.